It was a lot of fun. Like, it's a fun event. It's one of the smaller buy-ins of the series, you know, so it's not like super high pressure event. It's more like a fun event where you tag in and out with your partner and you discuss hands in between, and it's like, I don't know, it's a very social event, I feel like. Especially on the final table, you have all the tag team partners like discussing and sharing beers between hands and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it's a social event. It was a lot of fun. Not really. I think like one of the benefits that me and Pads had is that both of us are, we play reasonably similar style of poker. We both play a lot online, we both study quite a bit, so we play quite similarly. I think a lot of the teams, you know, like in these events, it's like maybe you play with your dad or you play with your girlfriend or whatever, and then like you let your dad play like one orbit and then you play the rest of the tournament or whatever, you know. Like for me and Pads, we were both confident in each other's games, so we swapped in and out quite evenly. So like now you play for a few hours, I play for a few hours, and then like back and forth, you know. So I just tried to play my game, and honestly, like when we were getting like really deep, I felt a bit of added pressure just because like I didn't want to fuck it up and like have Pads like be like disappointed in me or whatever, you know. But yeah, like I just played my game, and there's no strategy change, just a bit of added pressure not to bust your partner, you know. No, you know, like a lot of people for these big tournament series, they set up like a package of what they want to play, and then they sell a bunch of action to investors and stuff like that. I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to like play everything myself, just have all of my own action, and then rather just take it day by day, see like what do I feel is the greatest value today, how do I feel today, like maybe I feel great and I want to play like something quite expensive, maybe I'm feeling a bit like maybe I didn't get perfect sleep or whatever, and I'd rather play this 1K or something like that. And I think like if you have my approach, I think it adds a lot more flexibility, and yeah, it just gives you greater room to maximize your EV. I think if you have like a set schedule that you need to play because you sold a package to investors or whatever, that's what you have to play, kind of, right? I mean, sure, you can make adjustments there as well, but yeah, I don't like that. I like just doing my own thing and yeah, taking it day by day. Well, one thing I would say is that when I came here, I was quite like, because when I play online, I study a bit and I try to like have reasonable strategies, you know, and like play computer strategies. I try to like not be exploitable. I want to have enough bluffs in every situation and enough bluff catchers and whatever. When you're here, that kind of all goes out the window with the buy-in level that I'm playing, at least like between 1K and 5Ks or whatever. Most players here are not computers. They're playing a very different style of poker. So you have to freestyle a lot. You have to think a lot on the fly, like how do I want to approach this spot? It goes like limp, 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 raise, call, and now it's on you. Like how do you construct your range here, you know? Like no one has studied these spots because it's not really possible, right? So you have to freestyle a lot, and you have to be aware of who you're playing against. I think that's where you gain the most ROI in these fields. It's just like be aware, okay, this guy from Tennessee who has never played online before and plays poker 3 times a year. You probably don't need to be very balanced, you know. You can just try to figure out what is he doing and how does my hand want to play against his actual range, you know. So there's a lot of adjustments and a lot of freestyling here, which is fun. But it's been a while since I've done this. I've been more in like a theoretical mind space for the last few years, I guess. So it takes some adjustments for sure. Well, here I've been very much focused on poker. I haven't done much social activities. I went for like a couple of dinners and stuff like that. I spent a week having COVID, isolating, so that was very relaxing in between playing. But I haven't done much. Like usually what I do to relax is I try to like stay healthy. I go to the gym 6 days a week, or I lift 6 days a week, and then I try to do like a bunch of stretching and walking and stuff in between. Try to eat reasonably healthy and stuff like that. Play some video games, not so much anymore because I feel like it's too much of a time drain basically. Play some board game called Settlers of Catan, which is like a boomer game. I don't need to like... I used to play a lot of video games like Counter-Strike and Dota and stuff like that, where you have to be like really in the zone. But now I'm too much of a boomer for that, so now I'm just playing Settlers of Catan, where you can relax. You can maybe have some poker content on the side, like watch some Final Table or whatever, play some Catan. So that's pretty relaxing for me. I've always been a gamer, and like I feel like whenever I'm playing video games or board games or whatever, I get in like a very... That's my comfort zone. So I still do that sometimes, even though it's not maybe the best use of my time.